Hi, I'm Ms. Hearn. Let's get started. In this video, we're going to discuss how to calculate add-on interest, how to calculate the time that it takes to pay off the loan. Here are the basics of add-on interest that you might want to write down. Important values, terminology, and variables. We're going to use capital P for the purchase price. That's the amount that you pay to buy furniture or some other object. Capital I is the amount of dollars of interest that you're going to pay in addition to your original purchase price. A is the amount to pay the loan in full, so that's your principal or your purchase price plus the interest. Capital R is going to be your regular monthly payment. That's how much you pay each month towards your loan, while little r is going to be your interest rate in decimal form. T will be your time in years, and so the number of monthly payments that you'll make is going to be 12 times T. Here are the formulas for add-on interest. The amount that you have to pay in total is going to be the principal plus the interest. But the interest we're talking about is simple interest, principal times rate times time. So the amount to pay off the loan is principal plus principal times rate times time. The amount to pay off the loan is also equal to the amount of the monthly payment times the number of payments. We called the amount of the regular monthly payment R, and the number of payments was 12T. So we have two different relationships. Let's look at one example where we actually find the amount paid. It says determine the total amount to be paid to purchase $3,000 worth of merchandise at add-on interest rate of 5.2% if the loan must be paid off in 2 years. Since we're given the purchase price, the rate, and the time in years, we're going to use A equals P plus PRT. P being $3,000, R being 0.052, and T being 2 years. Plugging into our formula, A is 3,000 plus 3,000 times 0.052 times 2. Remember, multiplication comes before addition. That product is 312 and add it to 3,000. So the total amount that we'll pay for that $3,000 worth of furniture is $3,312. That's your actual cost. Now let's talk about how to determine the time until payoff when we're given other information. We're still going to use the same two important relationships or formulas. A equals P plus PRT and A equals R times 12T. The way we find T is going to depend on what we're given. If we know A, P, and R, we can use the first equation to find T. If we know A and R, capital R, we can use the second equation to find T. But if we're given P, capital R, and little r, we have to use a combination of the two equations. Since A is equal to P plus PRT and A is equal to R times 12T, those two values have to be equal to each other. So we're going to use R times 12T equals P plus PRT. For example, how long in years will it take someone to pay off a $3,000 loan with monthly payments of $84.43 if the add-on interest rate is 5.2%? Since we're given the purchase price, P, the regular monthly payment, R, and the add-on interest rate, little r, we're going to use R times 12T equals P plus PRT, where P is 3,000, capital R is 84.43, and lowercase r is 0.052. Plugging in on the left, we have capital R, 84.43, times 12T, and on the right, we have P, 3,000, plus P times lowercase r times T, 3,000 times 0.052 times T. Simplifying on the left, we multiply the 84.43 times 12 and we get 1,013.16. Simplifying on the right, the 3,000 times 0.052 becomes 156. Now we have an equation with a t term on one side and a t term on the other. We need to get those two t terms combined. So we need to move the 156t. In other words, subtract 156t from both sides. This is going to give us 857t equals 3,000. Now that 857 is being multiplied times t. We need to reverse that operation. And we need to do this on both sides to maintain balance. So we're going to divide by 857 on both sides. 3,000 divided by 857 is about 3.5. So t to the nearest tenth is 3.5 years. So in summary, when you're determining the time until payoff for add-on interest, the formula you're going to use is going to depend on what you're given. If you're given capital A, capital P, and lowercase r, we can use the first equation. If you're given capital A and capital R, you can use the second. But if you're given capital P, capital R, and lowercase r, you have to use a combination of the two. R times 12t equals P plus PRT. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like it. You can also leave any questions or comments below.